Alrighty then, let's get started. This is Home Depot Temkin's set versus Macho from the last Square Up just yesterday. Um, so just getting started, looking at round start as always. First things to consider, uh, Zato has general round starts like far slash, 2S, 5H, 6P if they're being reactive. Um, Generally good buttons, I feel. I'm not sure how Leo interacts with Zato round start, but when I think of Leo round starts, I think of like 2S, 5K if they're being greedy, 2D.
2S is so good.
Yeah,
Leo,
this 2S is
Leo
what
2S is insane.
he can use 2S to trade with Zato 2S on round start, and I think 2K Leo 2K can beat Zato 2S as well.
Hmm. But also, Macho is really smart, and he has 100% labbed all of these round starts, so he knows what the best option to go for is. So we'll have to see what goes on. Without further ado, then, let's just get into it. So just starting off, defensive round start, generally a fan. Just trying to establish already in the block what led to this. You went into guard point. I don't feel like that
I
guard
got out
point
of guard
accomplishes
point.
anything. Yeah, it was the you got punished by leaving guard point. I'm not necessarily sure what that guard point accomplishes, because Macho doesn't have to approach you like at all. The guard point, I guess you're trying to just call out Eddie or an approach, but Macho is just all the way over here in the guard point. He doesn't have to instigate anything, and I'm not sure if how guard point really accomplishes anything. It doesn't combo unless you're on counter hit, I believe. Just instantly pushed to the corner though. You're just already put into a bad spot. That looked like jump air tech.
It was jump D. You
Yeah,
can
but
see him.
it was jump D, but I assume it was supposed to be jump air tech.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because JD, just if it had gone through, then he would have gotten hit by oppose. Regardless, if the intention was just JD, I don't think JD would have done anything good for you.
I was trying to do an air throw because if I air
Hmm.
tech with him, even though I'm still in the corner, oppose goes away.
Yeah, this is a good choice of button. Um, Macho going for the 2K here. I expect 2K would beat out something like your own 2K dash 5K, but this goes right over it, just far slash. Stop it.
It's Macho. Can you blame me? It's Macho. He burst very early.
Macho knows how to burst though. Just because he bursts early doesn't mean he's going to burst instantly. Like, you can establish so much more. I mean, you still get the hit after it, but it doesn't like accomplish much. Back turn, super.
YRC. Oh wow. Yeah, there it is.
This is YRC allows Macho here to just get fully out. Backdash, I guess backdash to get away from drills. Macho just good use of oppose here. I mean, I get why you're doing that. It just Macho just knows what's going on though. Like, I think drills would still just beat out the beam as well.
I was hoping if it was Frogite, I'd be able to kill it. Or Pierce, like then Boom would get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. When Zato's all the way over here and he gets Eddie out, it's like basically neutral over, and Zato gets to do what he wants. You have to be able to play into Eddie well enough, and that's a lot of like how you beat a Zato player, how to play against Eddie, and how to play against oppose more than anything else. I feel.
Okay.
But if your only practice is against Macho, it's going to be hard. Like, he gets the wall break here. But this is in your favor. This round start, you have nearly 100% tension. Macho just all the way out.
I guess. I don't know. If you're gonna do something like that, just blue RC forward, right?
If you're already committing to an RC like that, if you already are thinking, I want to do an RC, I guess what I'm trying to think of, what does this outright beat that blue RC doesn't?
The thing is that like if he blocks it, I can FRC into a cross up and he has to hold it.
Sure, but if you blue RC, you can get into a cross up and he has to hold it also.
I didn't know that.
Because blue RC extends the block stun too. So if you do like BRC into, I don't know, 2S into this white, you just go right past him and he's blocked the cross up, and you're probably plus because of the blue RC even. I'm not sure. But blue RC allows for a lot of those situations. This option loses to specifically jumping out. And Macho, I guess, is trying to just get away and let Eddie recover, and then also get enough tension to start working on offense and or defense. Because Macho just doesn't want to have to block against Leo. I mean, Macho doesn't want to have to block at all, but specifically against Leo, it's really difficult. And when you have 50% tension, you just don't want to do anything up close against him. BRC covers more options. I'm not sure if it gets better options on the ground or not, but for sure BRC covers more in this instance.
Okay.
Like, if you're already thinking, I want to commit to a metered option. Good block.
Yeah. I tried to FD. I pressed 2 buttons. Oh, I did.
That looked like
button.
6H.
I think I tried to press H and S or something. Oh, maybe I tried to do super. I think that's what it was. But the super freeze ate my input.
That's 6H.
Yeah.
Super would have worked here.
Yeah, super would have killed him.
Probably would have killed. I'm not so sure though. It would have been close.
He's got no guts.
Yeah. Round start, 5K loses to 2S. Burst coming out, that's gonna hit.
Also, I was curious. I looked it up. Your 2S is actually a frame faster than his 2S.
Oh, his is 11.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Write that down.
Oh, that was good spacing. Would that H have actually hit? It looks like right at the tip.
I don't know.
I need to see a frame with his arm out. It looks like it would have hit at like round start spacing. Yeah, that would have probably hit. And you can just go into 2-3-6S for a knockdown. Just poor burst timing, I guess. So you went for throw tech?
I went for air throw.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that's close.
It seems hard to get an air throw like that.
You might be better just doing Rising JP if you're gonna do something like that.
Okay.
Oh, reversal
That
throw.
was a good throw. That was brave, but yeah, Eddie wasn't really covering him.
Mm-hmm. You just seem really scared here. I wonder how something like 2K would interact in this sort of situation. Or even if you're scared enough, just like 2K RC.
Yeah,
Because if you would get red RC if you hit Eddie. And if Macho's just too close, he gets hit with the red RC pop.
Okay.
how
But
many
do
frames is your 2K?
What?
How many frames is your 2K?
It is 7.
7.
yeah, like he whiffs 2S here. Like you're already outside of Eddie. Like you backdash out 2S whiffs. I mean, he's covering it with Pierce, but I'm just generally curious how a 2K would interact. I guess it would be difficult to react straight up to the whiff 2S in time to get a 2K out where Pierce wouldn't really touch you or anything. I'm not sure.
I do like that. I do appreciate that this is being recorded so I can go in dream mode later and like test out these exact interactions to see how it would work.
Oh, wake up backdash. Wake up backdash against Zato. Zato with Eddie Gauge isn't really going to accomplish much.
Yeah.
More than 9 times out of 10. 99 out of 100 times, you're gonna get caught in Eddie doing anything. Like I'm pretty sure you'd still get hit by leap. You definitely would get hit by drills. He allows him to unsummon and get more damage to break the wall. Meaty setup. Looks like you pressed a button. Did you try to wake up super again?
I don't think so.
You have 100 tension. Let's figure it out. Dash.
Now you dashed.
I got dash blocked. I tried a dash block. Maybe I
Spike's
try to
pressed it.
do 2K or 2P.
There's the burst. And then neutrals for chumps.
I checked the BRC thing, by the way. Yeah, if you BRC, hit a button, and then do the cross up, you are first off that is a block string, a true block string, and then you can true block string into both back turn K and back turn S.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Because I was about to say because Blue ICO Zonson is like plus to where it's still your turn even if they block it.
So yeah, you're held plus.
Alright. I'm gonna test that myself later just to like firmly make sure, but I do appreciate you letting me know.
All right, what are the round starts we saw previously? We saw
Backdash and 2S.
you did backdash in 2S, Macho did 2S and then 5K. Let's see how things evolve. Right back. You did 2S again. This looks like startup of 2D. Macho just trying to get out and establish some sort of presence in neutral with Eddie. And yeah. What is this 2D supposed to do other than catch your opponent off guard?
Gamble.
Why are you gambling though? Gambling against Zato
don't
is
know.
like going to get you killed.
I don't know.
It's like you're going to get knocked down. If he blocks it, you get knocked down and put into the blender, and Zato can literally just kill you from that and play around burst and reversals pretty easily. Like, even
I
from
think-
this, I'm sure there's a route where Macho gets the corner off this. Burst out. Oh, poor Leo and his jump buttons. Just the single hit. Oh, I see a 2P coming out. Is there a better jump in you can use?
Maybe.
Does JH or JK work better there?
They probably do, but I wasn't sure because it's like JK can be a little slow, and JS like it can like JH would probably have worked, but I I like JS.
I feel like Leo JS is a better air-to-air option than air-to-ground, but also Leo's air-to-ground options kind of suck. Like, what is it? Almost all of his air buttons just straight up lose to Geo anti-air 2D.
I think.
It's pretty miserable. It
I
does
mean-
catch things a lot.
I think jump H probably gets to do something a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't see too many Leos in the air.
Yeah, Leo's ground game is really good. It might have just been better to be on the ground here. 'Cause, like, I guess I don't know, if you're strictly trying to get over like call out invite hell, then this is probably good. But otherwise, this is Zato without Eddie, so he doesn't have as much control. I guess what depends on what you're trying to hedge your bets against. 'Cause like in this case, you could easily just whiff punish this 5H with like dash 5k 6k and just get your turn started, and then it's party time.
Yeah, at the time I didn't know how to deal with 5H, and in the set I got hit by it a lot.
Mm.
But I labbed it today on how to deal with it.
I mean, in general, Leo having a really good dash, he's really good at whiff punishing things, especially like with 2k and 5k, even 5p. His buttons are really well equipped to. His buttons and in combination with his movement, I feel, are really well equipped to just straight up whiff punish a lot. Wake up 2p. Are you trying to hit Eddie here?
I think so.
Wake up
yeah.
5p. I think in general, if Eddie is out, you can't really do anything on wake up other than block unless there's like some sort of extreme hard call out, and if you're wrong, then you get completely blown up. Getting hit by Zato once when Eddie is out is just gonna kill you. Or Eddie is available. Or maybe not hit, but knocked down. Because like just from this, we can go all the way back here. He pokes out. Macho having solid defense, or well, offensive defense, I guess. And that all leads to this moment right here, which you're basically just gonna eat it on defense here.
That was something. I also learned the hard way later that like if I DP oppose, I can't RC off of it.
Is that right? I don't think
Yeah,
I've
I
ever
see.
tried it.
I can't if I DP against oppose, I straight up it's treated like I whiffed.
I mean,
I guess
if you hit oppose with a button, you can red RC it.
I can, but not DP. DP I can't RC. Period.
I'm not sure if that's necessarily true, but I don't think I've tried it. But even still, this isn't a point you'd want to DP.
That's true.
Because even
Yep,
if
he's right. You can't
even
RC it.
if
I just checked. It just doesn't let you.
okay.
So that's weird.
I mean, even if like you have Eddie out covering Macho's options here, right? If he goes for a meaty with Eddie like drills, you're gonna get hit out of this. If he goes for a pose, you're gonna get hit out of this. Or well, at least he can do drills in such a way that he can keep everything safe or keep himself safe. Like this, I feel is a Hail Mary. I'm scared. I'm trying to get out, and I don't know how to defend. And I guess there is some merit to just taking the hit against Zato, but not necessarily in this situation. You're in the corner. He could break the wall with super and just set you back to the corner again. Like if he doesn't have super, then yeah, you get the wall breaks. A lot of the time Eddie will just be gone, and you get sent to round start situation where Zato doesn't have Eddie, and you're both at 0 in the situation. But we have 50% tension here, so even if you're just committed to taking the hit, you're gonna eat shit.
Everything's happening. Come back, grab. Your uppercuts don't mean nothing with that shield out there.
Yeah, you cannot DP the oppose, unfortunately.
Oh, that looked like far slash.
The oppose,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's just perhaps unfamiliarity with the opening gambits.
That's 2S. It goes so far, so fast. It's tough to challenge with it. That runs.
Just round start block. Generally, I'm a fan.
2S. It goes so far, so fast. It's tough to challenge with it. That runs. Sorry.
Oh, what?
Or so fast.
Challenging oppose.
It's tough to challenge with it. That runs. Sorry.
Can you grab him there?
Yeah.
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 That's like the anti-oppose tech is you throw him or you do like attack RC. 'Cause
Okay, I
when
had
you
another friend
do-
tell me about that, like you could like run through it and grab him.
Yeah, oppose has no collision.
It's not like Happy
Oh.
Chaos Clone.
Yeah, Happy Chaos Clone has collision. They interact.
Oh.
They both interact fairly different.
Huh.
But yeah,
Okay.
if oppose is up, you can grab them out of it. If you do it a red RC will break oppose. Supers will also break oppose, I believe.
Okay.
For sure, strike supers. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
projectiles like Sacred
Projectile
Edge.
supers will beat it too.
All right, cool. But just like challenging oppose,
It's tough to challenge with it. That runs. Sorry.
you do not want to press a button.
What's the riposte up?
Maybe it was something like, oh,
Far, so fast.
I'm not reacting to oppose fast enough. I don't know.
That runs. Sorry.
That was maybe it. That was maybe you committing to dash block 2P rather than trying to react to oppose.
Oh, once again, he wants to go in. But he puts the
That was a
riposte
cute
up.
backdash.
It's not working out. But he puts the riposte up. It's not working
Let's see.
out.
He's just blocked the cross beam. We're dashing up. And we're just trying to do dash 2D.
Yeah. I know how to deal with. I know how to whiff punish now, but at the time I was just getting hit by it a ton.
I mean, this wasn't really a whiff punish situation, I guess. Like, this was this isn't something that you're reacting to. This is you saying, I'm going to do dash 2D, and I'm going to hope it hits. Macho happened to have an attack out at the time, and you got counter hit by it. This isn't like reactionary.
It was a read though, just so you know, because you were getting real antsy with the gamble 2Ds the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did notes for Home Depot Temkin last week, and I noticed a lot of dash 2D just to catch the opponent off guard. And I feel like you can similarly accomplish similar ideas without being hard punished a lot of the time. Just with lower committal options. The dash 2D goes really far and it's quite fast for what it does. But I'm just using it for the sake of I want to catch my opponent off guard is dangerous. Because someone who is on guard, someone who knows what's going on, is attentive and can understand habits, is just going to hit you.
Goes low, clips him. This whole thing.
Yeah. There's a situation where reversal doesn't accomplish all that much because he had drills out. Drills is active forever, and it will beat basically every reversal that isn't a super.
I'm fine with the trade though. It kills Eddie and resets neutral.
It was a fine trade, I guess. I'm just referring it back to the previous wake up reversal, just as sort of example.
Got you.
Yeah, this is Macho going for the whiff JP, JD, or 2K setup, it looks like. You were actually super plus there. Oh, that beat out 2S? Dude, Zato 2S is so deceptive. Like,
yeah, 2K beats 2S.
Just, like, the animation is so deceptive. Because, like, you see the hand, and you're like, oh boy, the hand is out. I must have gotten hit by this, right? Nope. It's not active yet. When I mess around with Zato, I always get messed up with by that. It looks like dropped DP afterwards. There's that 2D again. Yeah. Unfortunate drop.
Time to go in. Never mind. Trades. Eddie's still gone for a bit. Time to go in.
Yeah, this is the I just want to get in 2D. You don't have to get in. I feel like when you have a bit of additional understanding on how to play against Eddie specifically, you can feel a little bit more comfortable playing the neutral rather than just trying to just full send all the time. Maybe not all the time, but this is like the third 2D in this game alone, this round alone maybe. Oh, that was cute. That was a hard read. That was great.
Grab, Eddie's gone.
Time to go.
Got the low, got the burst bait.
Perfect.
Things are definitely going well. And there's the super to get a wall break hard knockdown. I bet he can get a safe jump off of this.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not.
They're commenting on a safe jump. You don't need a safe jump because there's no reversals.
Blue doesn't have a safe jump after super wall break.
Makes sense. His air buttons suck, as we mentioned. Safe jab setup looks like.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point, right?
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to in this. No, the safe jump.
Oh.
It's safe jab too, I guess. Like, you can just run offense unless you're trying to do, like, play around backdash. But playing around backdash, you don't have to do the safe jab. But I know you've been practicing the safe jab. It showed up a lot in your set last week. You actually got the safe jab this time, just messed up the throw. Macho presses out, gets the knockdown. Oh. It's a little bit too close. Neutral. There it is again.
I do think the way that I escaped the pose was actually really clean.
Yeah, that was a good escape. I expect that would get hit by in pre-jump by Pierce maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that would. It might have, or at least if Pierce did come out, you would have gotten hit early in the air, or it would have connected early in the air, and you might have been sent back to the ground. I feel like I've been in that situation before. But it was a good escape. But then here's this situation again.
Yeah.
Leo 2D is great, but you have to know how to use it. You can get a lot of work done just trolling tower and pressing 2D whenever you feel like it. But it's not going to work every time. First bait. I like the option. Just a bit of a burst acceleration. What was this supposed to be? Come on, frame by frame.
Far slash?
I didn't
Yeah.
know he wanted to send out the Eddie behind me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the Drunkard Shade coming out, but this looks like heavy slash.
It's a button.
A button, yeah. Far slash and heavy slash. This is like you trying to challenge a pose again.
Yeah.
Like if Drunkard Shade hadn't come out, then it would have gotten absorbed by a pose. If Drunkard Shade had been a little bit later, you might have beaten it, but I'm not sure this is the right way to deal with the situation. Let's just take a look at the timing of this once more. We have a pose out. We have time to recognize a pose is out.
I think maybe
see.
I was thinking like maybe I can reduce the health of Eddie in a pose, but I don't think that ever works.
What do you mean by reduce the health of Eddie?
When you hit a pose, it loses Eddie meter, but I don't know why it was like maybe if I hit enough times I can kill Eddie. It was like,
I mean, as long as a pose is out, it will finish.
oh really?
Yeah, there's no way to get rid of a pose without actually hitting or throwing Zato.
Okay.
So, like, if a pose is out,
Yeah, you're kind of just making stuff up.
it
like,
will.
when
A
people
pose
hit-
will
yeah,
always
it's gonna come
finish.
out. If you hit it, it actually stays out longer.
What?
Is
Yeah,
that like?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that some interaction with like hit stop or something? I never
Yeah.
paid attention to the actual Eddie gauge when that happens. But a pose will never just be the wacky waving arm flailing tube man. It will always do the final hit as long as it is out. Like if you do it as your last Eddie call and there's like a sliver of Eddie gauge and it suddenly disappears, the last call that is out when the Eddie gauge ends and goes red will always finish. That's like the way to, in air quotes, cheat the two call duration. It's like with claps and also using that last little bit to steal an extra turn.
I'll note that.
Yeah. So counter hit, we get a combo here, unsummon, burst bait. Then you use your 236S to catch him off guard a little bit.
Puts up shield upon shield. Good tech.
Yeah, anti-airing anti-airing Zato is an art.
Good tech.
This is hard. You have a burst, but you have to be careful where Macho goes around the burst. Ooh, good dash throw again.
Lost back turn.
This is another sort of situation.
Lost
Just the instant cancel. It's
back turn.
you do a little bit more after.
Throw back into the corner.
But even something like a delay 2S, I feel can threaten a little bit extra on offense rather than just doing close slash into the rest of your heavy slash and slash Gatlings.
Okay.
High to low, good blocks.
Just like spending a little bit of time with the dummy set to all block and just playing around with timings of things. You don't have to have like a full goal other than playing around.
So like think about like how like the timings I delay my reverse beats.
Yeah, just making it a little bit more ambiguous how you're going to press buttons, whether it's like close slash close slash, close slash throw, close slash 2S, delays thereof. What is close? Close slash is +1 on block. Thanks, Dustloop. Yeah, that's a close slash is a scary move. You block a close slash from Leo, and like a good Leo player will make you fear for your life. You don't have to rely on opening your opponent up on the very first hit, but there's a lot of different ways you can structure your offense. And this is sort of a little bit of derivative of some of the advice that I told Lloyd after he was really focused on... he sort of overcorrected. I always told him that he ended his turn too early or too often. But just being able to like throw on offense once in an entire set, or like being able to throw once every, say, 3 rounds when you have offense, will make your offense scarier. Because when the throw is threatening, you can do like close slash, shimmy, close slash, or like close slash to like 2S. It makes your offense scarier.
Okay, because I guess whenever I get a close slash, I'm like I just know that I'm plus, but I don't know what else is threatening.
Great yellow burst gets rid of Eddie. The all important.
Oh, that was scary, but it worked out.
Great yellow burst gets rid of Eddie. The all important getting rid of Eddie. Now he's weak.
Oh, catches the back dash.
Catch the back dash.
Was that just an errant drop?
We got this.
Yeah, I meant to do 2 and 4S
Okay.
after 2S.
That's what I normally see people do, like 2 and 4S or Inta's white or something.
Overhead, catch the back dash.
Good blocks.
Right, spacing.
Goes for the lobster.
You see the opposes out, and you're starting to stay a little bit further away. That's good. Then it becomes another RPS, but that 2P caught leap. Or the recovery. Ooh, yep.
Once again, time to go in.
236S, fast RC.
Not quite yet. No meter. Goes for the cross up.
Good offense sequence there.
Oh my gosh, is that 1-1?
Yeah, Leo's offense mid-screen is a lot scarier than it is in the corner on average.
As I was saying before you got on, Home Depotemkin really up and covered. Keeps getting
There's that guard point again. Same situation as the very first game. Right under the leap.
keeps getting better, better, better. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
That was good awareness. The first dash, I assume, just regular dash block. Seeing that the leap is out, you go right under, throw him right into the corner.
And not
Or I
even
should say, I'm like, oh my goodness. The gap just keeps widening.
Do you think dash cancel on the 5K there would have been better on offense there? It would have put you closer. It threatens more.
Back turn cancel and then that.
No,
Back turn.
you're in back
dash
turn, you
cancel?
do 5K. You can dash cancel your 5K.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if in this situation like
I'm just
Shadow
thinking
could get away with mashing.
either like don't do the meaty there because you're so far, or the OTG there because you're so far, or do an OTG that lets you get closer. Because right here, back turn K is not a threat. Back turn S can hit, but it's a mid, and back turn H also it's like there's no threat of the mix-up other than trying to do like stance cancel 2S. And Macho jumps out basically for free. But like my issue with this situation right here is that you're so far away. It's not like a big deal, I guess. You are like safe and you could probably still get a meaty, but it's just not threatening. It's not scary. Like when Leo is in back turn, you should be able to get into a situation with a mix-up that's going to get a hit and probably lead to another back turn situation if it doesn't break the wall. So you gotten the hit, you're in back turn, you're so far away, and there's just nothing I'm scared of. Like, I'm sure OTG back turn K dash might be able to get another back turn K to hit meaty enough. Back turn S is huge and might have actually hit. Or just taking the throw and just getting closer. No OTG, just like walk up or dash up. It's good anti-air. Oh, but now Macho is right out and you're already back to the corner. Oh, just barely not out of range for that 5P. What was this getting hit by drills? Dash block.
I tried a dash block.
Yeah.
It's not terrible to get hit by drills.
It's not terrible, yeah. I'm just curious if he hit like a button or something. Now it's just regular round start. We have 50% tension. Just backing off. This is a similar situation as the last time meter was a threat at that round start. Like the first game or whatever. We talked about the BRC. And same thing happened. Macho did super jump up flight. The main difference is Macho's positive bonus here, and he had Eddie. But I guess he just didn't want to interact with it. There's that reversal super. Safe jab set up. Ooh. Bursting option, just trying to get in fast. Good use of the meter. In a similar way that people use like 2D RC, 236S RC. Just a fast advancing attack into RC. What was that drunken?
I should have done. I did 236S. I should have gone for flash kick. If I got that many 2Ps.
Where?
After after my jump in.
Was it so you can get like a hard knockdown?
So yeah, that was interesting. If I got these 2Ps here, I could have comboed into HDP since I have enough down charge by now.
You can also get like, I think can you, at least on counter hit, can you get just like 2P, 2P, 6K? Does that combo?
I don't think so. I can do 2P, 6K HDP.
Yeah, at least on counter hit, 2P, 6K will combo.
I don't think I can do 2P. I think 2P, 6K has a blockable gap.
Counter hit would only apply to the first move.
Yeah, that's why I was mentioning just 1 2P. I mean, this is good. You convert it into an offensive situation. You got the 2Ps. You get some form of knockdown. It's just I guess just a little bit of extra understanding how different hits work and being able to convert them correctly. Oh, barely. That was barely not a slump.
Yeah, I think it was the 5D that caused me to like crumple,
Yeah.
and then I got airborne.
5D
5D will
turns
always
into
hit
that
it.
like just off the ground state like
Mm-hmm.
Bridget close slash does. Um, so the Zato's like to do the slight delay in the pierce there to get the slump. I know Macho does that all the time, and it's fucked up.
Oh, he just lets him drop, but he wasn't close enough to the ground, so he did not slump.
It's good maneuvering around Eddie there.
So he did not slump.
You didn't do the second beam there like you did first time. Dash blocking went right under the frog.
This is gonna be big.
I assume close slash attempt.
The frog.
Yeah, I think that was a close slash.
This is gonna be big.
Yeah, just out of range.
Are you trying to do like a burst safe combo or something?
Yeah, because Sands cancel, backturn S is burst safe.
Hmm. Okay.
Be big. Oh, what a throw. Alright, what's he gonna get off of this?
You just do dash 2P and nothing afterwards?
I tried to go for another 2P, but it pushed me back out.
Well, if you had gone for another 2P, it would have just gatlinged into itself.
Oh, true. Maybe I just...
This just looks
more-
like
I
dash
think I was
2P into nothing.
I think I was kind of surprised that I got it.
Alright, what's he gonna get off of this?
In something like this, especially if you're going for like a meaty setup, I feel like it's best to just believe that you got the hit. Because if you
And
show
move
any
on to the next one.
Yeah, because if you show any sort of hesitation, there's going to be a gap, and your opponent can press out or reversal throw if you're that close.
Okay.
Either at that situation, you should either mash it, or you should just move on to your next move, thinking you got the hit.
Yeah.
Catches the backdash with the RC.
And you're back to the corner, big counter hit.
I think I tried to jump.
Dash with the RC.
Or I got either backdash or I tried to jump.
Oh, looks like you got air dash.
That looks like a
right?
back dash, because if you were trying to jump by just holding up back, you would have been blocking, unless you
Is your
released
2P a
back.
5 frame?
My 2P is 6 frames.
Yeah, his standing 5P is a 5 frame.
Trying to jab in the middle of Pierce is dangerous against a well-played Zato, because if you tried to 2P there, you would have gotten counter hit by 5H.
Yeah, he was just putting the 5 edges on me because I didn't know how to deal with it.
Random James Zato tower grinder. You can just 2P their Pierces all day. But if you run into a Zato that's worth their salt, they're going to punish you for trying to kill Eddie.
I need to practice jabbing between the pierce gap. How big is the pierce gap again?
6 frames,
This round could go either way.
right?
I have no idea.
Hey, Macho.
Oh.
I think it's like 5 to 6 frames or some shit. I don't remember.
Someone
Macho,
pull
how
up
big is the
Zato.
pierce gap?
Dust loop.
6 frames. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was right.
Alright, thank you.
Both players have burst.
All right.
This round could go either way.
Defensive round start. Burst baiting. Oh, he mistimed the damned thing. He did it just a little bit too early and got DP'd. Instant burst. Guaranteed point there. Right to the corner. Missed the JK, but still able to do something with it there. Burst out. I just want to double check that burst point.
So
That's a good burst point.
it's a fine burst point, but I know personally if I'm bursting against Sato, I want to take Eddie.
Yeah. It was a guaranteed burst point at the very least.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad spot to burst. I just know personally I like to take out Eddie with my burst if I'm going to burst as well.
Yeah, definitely. This is a bad position to be in. Backdash gets out luckily. Slight mistime on the meaty.
Yeah, the last 2 games I was trying to kind of weasel my way out of block string pressure, and I would backdash or I would try to
Yeah.
jump.
You tried
You
to
just gotta
2P
hold it.
Pierce here.
You really just got to hold it here pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because because then Macho will get sword and he'll throw sword, and then you'll just hold it again.
Time to guess. And this is not good.
What is him? Who must?
Stab. What do you do?
I know there's another match.
Hey,
for
Macho's
this
playing on a
Dostrow.
hitbox there.
I don't know either.
I know there's another match for this Dostrow, but I know Orbert also wanted to go over his sets, so
If possible, I mean, I just feel like it's necessary.
Here,
If,
we can just minimal pause the rest of this set and then move on.
Stab more.
okay. I just
Sounds
wanted to
good.
give you a heads up on it.
Yeah.
I just kind of block it out
I guess.
and hope you have enough health.
All right, round starts. Relatively defensive. Macho's able to get in.
Full of knowledge checks, and then even if you.
You, sorry, you ran
Yeah,
up.
oppose is just on defense there. It's just a gamble. The offensive burst puts you back to the corner, dashing out to keep himself safe, having drills on backup. That's, I believe, a true block string. I'm not sure. Yeah.
You might want to just save your burst at this point, because
Gets hit somehow. Must have pressed it.
Yeah.
it breaks wall there. Macho isn't able, because you got hit by drills. Macho isn't able to wall slump you,
With the super, gonna get
Yeah.
blocked at that range.
so it resets neutral at least.
Unfortunately.
Best
I think
case
I was
scenario.
just getting like mentally overwhelmed.
Yeah. Zato is a character that will absolutely destroy you if you don't know how to deal with him. And even if you have some semblance of knowledge on what's going on, if you get frustrated, there's no coming back.
Oh, right, of course.
I like the idea of the throw tech there. It's like, oh, I saw oppose come out, but he was just airborne, pushing to the
Yeah,
corner.
I was getting dishonest. Am I like
Yeah.
holding the pressure? Thanks for reviewing my set though.
A little too soon, and that's gonna be.
someone take the wheel.
I guess I can sit up from out of my chair.
Do it, Frank.
But I was far leaning back. That's why my back is always fucked up. Posture check. Oh, I guarantee you, I fail that shit right now. I'm trying to cosplay as biking, so I'm trying to get
He's,
that
he's
hunchback.
sinking into his gamer chair.
I put you in the middle. Yeah, I have an office chair.
Same.
I have a
But if
first.
a gamer owns a chair, is it technically a gamer chair?
There we go.
You mean in the vent room?
They got rid
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, that's right. They did get rid of them.
They're selling them. Oh man, I gotta watch this guy 2P over and over. I don't. What the? Oh, I didn't say who.
Oh, I see how this is.
I
just exposed myself.
And the certified masher.
Ang mashing. I've never seen Ang mash in my life, except for nonstop.
Yeah, I keep running into it.
It's a good. Honestly, he's probably got the best 2P in the game.
I'm sure in the right screen, right?
Those.
Auto 360.
Why is it so bright?
Hey, don't complain.
Also, for some reason, it got listed under YouTube Kids.
All right, let me see. Is this darker now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my monitor. Oh man, every time I watch on this monitor. All right, let's start this thing. All right, Orbert, by the way, Ang.
Hi.
So we both do what? Bat dash? Or well, no, crap. I gotta use the minus keys. All right, so Ang bat dashes. I think what? Orb, you just slowly walk forward and back, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh God, I've lost all control. Oh,
Yeah,
also
these first few ones I just like kind of fucked up.
Yep. There's a 2P, close slash.
I think you handled the set pretty well, Orbert. Like probably the best you've played since you started the studio class.
I think that's just unfortunate, right?
Yeah,
Just-
that's just me getting a little bit flowcharting. Like, oh no.
I think like as you learn,
There's- you
as
gotta
you
be
like,
Oh, God, look.
as you like continue to play Leo, you'll learn how to DP less and less. I'm still learning it myself. Um, thing is, DP is good in this matchup, but Aang himself he's really defensive, so you can't. It's very hard to DP him or to interrupt his pressure because he's very passive when he wants to be.
Okay.
So, first thing, you just gotta be a little careful on counter hit bursts because if Aang wanted to, he could easily have just held back at this part. That's just something you think of. Bursting on counter hits like one of the worst places to burst.
Yeah, in all fairness, it's like kind of common for Leos to burst there because they don't want to
Especially on, like, a
deal with
close
getting
slash.
blown up. Pardon?
Especially because it's a close slash, and you can see that you're going to get the counter hit recovery close slash ahead of time. It'd be a pretty common burst bait point.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they could just like cancel out of that. Okay.
Yeah, you can jump
Yeah,
cancel and
like-
block it, or you can just hold back.
You can just
Yeah.
hold back at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually if they bait your DP and you get counter hit, you want to try to burst later in the combo when you know that there's like a prime burst point or
If they're
burst
like,
point.
oh, committed.
Yeah,
at
so
that
for
point.
like Anji, a really common burst point is when he does Ko. That's like the spinning like anti-air move. Like once he like hits you with Ko and he's floating right next to you, he cannot like he cannot escape. He has it's a free burst point.
He's locked in the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Co. The
Yeah.
fly. Okay.
So we do this, back stance, back off.
I think a little bit there. I should have been trying to. Someone told me that you could duel a little bit with back turn slash, but it's not recommended, and nor did I actually capitalize on this.
So the thing is that like in that situation, so 2 and 4S, which is what you did, it's technically safe because it had a lot of pushback and you're -8. But the thing is that I'm noticing that you are doing a lot of unnecessary dashing when you are in back turn. Like you'll go back and then you'll go like backwards and then forwards, and you don't really need to do that. Like if you're trying to like, it's just kind of some people it doesn't psych some people out, and like if you're trying to like if you just went backwards and you just like stance cancel just got back into regular stance or into like regular mode, that would have been the safest option. But like
Going back into that probably wasn't the best.
yeah, it's really risky because you're essentially in a mode where you cannot block.
Or jump.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't.
Especially when you're playing against a character that has a lunging move like Fujin there, or like Dolphin or Bridget Kickstarter My Heart or something. Like you have to be constantly trying to either do preemptive buttons to catch it, and then that can just get whiff punished. It's like you're essentially playing with half of a deck, and you have to hard call out every single thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Leo has issues. He has problems with neutral, but like that's probably his only like flaw. It's his only like noticeable flaw. Other than that, like his like back turn mix is pretty strong. His front turn mix, he's got reverse beats. Like
Average combo.
Got reverse beats both front and back.
That's your average end combo right there.
I think he thought that the far slash like landed, and he went for
2868.
YRC.
So
It just happens. We've all been there.
blue RC.
Yeah.
You can grab him here probably at this point.
Yeah, but that would make sense.
Right. Boom, boom. We drop it. Miss. Blue RC. Oh, you're waiting for the DP, aren't you?
I sure am.
Oh, there it is.
So in this matchup, DP, I mentioned, can be actually pretty good. it so you can it's like an inverse like you can do an inverse like okay, so basically in situ with I'm gonna use a different character for example. So Chips Rekka, if you can charge down, um, and if you can charge down when you're like blocking Rekka 1, and he does Rekka 2, you're still holding down. But if he goes into Rekka 3, you could have a point where you can just do your DP. But if he delays it, okay, this kind of that's a bad example, but basically if Anji delays any of his Fujin follow-ups at all, he runs the risk of getting DP'd.
That's the same thing we were talking about with earlier with what do you call it?
That's
Home, where you guys same thing where we are trying to hit
The
what is
Tempest
it?
2D.
Yeah, and Aang at that point was even blocking low too. It's a high. I mean, I guess what you have bar right, so it's not super terrible. But again, just take it a little bit slower, or try a different like approach, like a dash, maybe like 2K or something.
Oh.
I'm not saying like it's a not never throw out the button. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah, it's good. Like you'll just as you play a little more, you'll learn.
There we burst.
Hey, I should do it less, or maybe I shouldn't do it
grab.
here.
I don't think you need to burst the 6H into
No.
Fujin because Anji only has special cancels there, which is going to be either spin, Fujin, or like probably not Ko or
I think
projectiles. So it's
Orbert was
gonna
just
be
like
Fujin.
kind of overwhelmed because 6 stage is actually a scary move for like for novice players, since it's like it is a really good counter hit move. It's really
Yeah.
move. It's a good move at getting counter hits, and it can feel
This
like
one?
it's a lot. It's actually I'm pretty sure it's all mids.
Yeah.
We don't need. I do agree. We don't need to burst here. If we wanted to burst at any point of this combo, it's when we probably get hit from one of the from either the low high fusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's not a very threatening thing to burst at.
Yeah.
Especially considering you have a very strong tool when you deal with Fujin RPS because you have the DP that you
Yeah.
can win from. So Anji is very much incentivized to just sort of let Fujin hang, because even going for like a delayed Nagia frame trap is risky if that gets called out by the DP. So yeah, like doing like fuzzy jump is really good in that situation because you'll be able to basically beat everything except for the Nagia frame trap if you block the Fujin.
Yeah, and Leo loves RPS. Leo can enforce RPS really hard.
And if do you ever see them like doing like just trying to rotate between all of their different Fujin follow-ups, you can basically blow up all of them except for Fujin into nothing now with DP.
Yeah, DP smokes. I think it can smoke every option except for Nagiha.
No, it can do that too. I don't think it can be spaced properly, so it doesn't. The only way you can make it safe is if you make it a true box ring, in which case there's no.
That's what I'm thinking of. But like, yeah, if Anji like can't if he does a delayed cancel into any of his follow ups, then he gets blown up by DP.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's a gap, you can DP it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It used to be before I think like the season 2 patch that you could checkmate Anji on Fujin by just buffering DP, and if there's a gap, you cover everything except for RC.
Yeah.
So
Also, sorry.
I would say if you ever play Chris Chaos, he will let you know if there are gaps in your block string.
Yeah. I remember playing Grand Blue with him, and I think he's done that with me a few times.
I remember fighting a Potemkin player that would just like buffer Potemkin Buster behind everything, and I just told him, you know, whenever I play you, I get to find exactly every point on -5.
That was back to the video. Good guard point. And,
yeah, guard point is actually really good against like Fujin, like because you can block the Fujin and you can account for if they do a follow up. The only thing that like uh kind of fucks guard point is if like Anji is it's holding spin and then he cancels into Nagiha because that will counter hit you because it's a low.
So,
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
if
But
So-
generally it's I think it's a good option.
but right here, Orbert. Are we right
I got
here?
Um,
Are we trying to
Fair
dash block, or are we thinking about throwing out a button?
I was trying to throw out a button, and
Okay.
then that's a lot of just 2S
That's fine.
that I'm getting hit with, which I'll be honest, that's on me.
No, that's fine. I mean, you dash up, try to throw out a button. I would say if we plan on dash blocking here, we just have to dash block low.
Hmm.
But yeah, because you get counter hit right there. No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm getting anxious. Oh, it's +4. That's right.
Yeah, the little Phantom is +4. You can jump it though.
it's funny though, is if they're plus and they try to enforce it, you can DP.
So, fun fact about so the butterfly, you do it for like Oki, but and I do that with Biken too. Is if you parry your DP here and it gets blocked, the second hit will actually hit you out of what you're doing and kind of give you a little savior moment if they're not ready for it. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but it's something that the angxiii player has to realize that if they're gonna DP here and still get hit, they have to react.
Hmm.
Throw. Now you mix. Ooh. Why did we exit back turn stance there?
Should I not have?
The
Yeah, off of throw you get Oki, you can do, I think it's dash
You can-
forward twice into back turn K.
yeah, or you could go other side.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a enforceable Oki there. You really should learn that.
See, yeah, like right here we could have done like back turn 2K or the overhead, or we could switch sides. Because this feels like we're just resetting back to neutral if we cancel it here. Right? Because we reset.
mm,
Yeah,
wanna
there's
reset
not
and
really
control.
any reason to just get out of back turn stance. Like they're knocked down, you're Leo, you're in back turn. You can pressure them with back turn kick, and it's a happy day.
Do you know the tight meaty like setups off of throw?
what?
Me?
Orbert.
Um, I mean, from what I've seen, is just I've seen a lot of like players, and I'm not saying this about everyone, but like they're like going into like the Berserker cross up or like side swap.
Oh.
That's
Not
what I've
throw,
seen.
that's off a counter hit.
Oh,
a
off counter hit?
DP. That's counter hit DP. You can get the
Oh,
the
You
cross
can
up
get off
into
of
back
counter
turn.
hit far slash. You can do cross up berserker slash. But
That's
that just ends the combo. But you do get back turn mix started. It doesn't knock them down. It's a soft knockdown, so they tumble and they're like back turn S distance. But off of a throw, you just dash up. You just dash up once, and now you get to choose your mix.
mm.
Ing, I better unpause this video and he better be dead after this super.
I don't think he dies.
Mm,
I don't think he dies.
I gotta go.
He's not dead. He's not dead. I don't think he even reaches a wall.
Okay, I'll cut you some slack. I didn't realize how far you were from the wall. I thought you were much closer.
My channel points.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's been spacing himself. And he's also been looking for a lot of DPs.
Yeah.
If your opponent is respecting the DP a lot, let him respect it. Run up and take your turn.
Look at it this way. If you're really concerned about doing a DP, do it when you have 15 meter, because then you can do red RC, and you're hella plus, and it's your turn.
Oh,
DPRC is probably one of the most busted things I've seen Leo have, and you can apply it in so many ways. Because the thing is, if you hit them, if you're good, if you're better than me, you can just send. You don't have to do an RC follow up. But if they block it, you do red RC, and you're like plus a
I
billion.
like the mix. I like the mix. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't actually remember what that was supposed to be.
So I just checked the Dust Loop, and the strategy section for Leo Whitefang is actually incredibly verbose. And if you scroll down towards the bottom, there's a section describing the four-way mix-up Leo gets off of throw.
Yeah, I think he gets back turn kick, back turn kick, or back turn H, or he can cross you up and then
Yeah,
do.
it's a stance. The other one is stance cancel throw, or you can do a cross-up meaty. The cross-up requires
my
a
super?
very short micro walk into 2 dashes, followed by back turn kick or back turn slash.
Oh,
Is
there's
this
the
under
super.
pressure offense
Mm,
strategy? I'm on the Disloop too.
Go to
you're gonna go.
strategy.
You want to go to the top of Nilo's Dust Loop page, like at the tippy top, and you're gonna see like different colored boxes. Click on strategy.
Yeah, and then on
Yep.
the right, it says contents. The one I'm looking at is Okizeme. It's the third from the bottom.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. French
Also-
Rhinoki.
Yeah, and you should have just killed him.
I would say this is on. This is I'm just making it for Aang. Yeah, we have half a bar. You probably just buffered in the fusion, didn't you?
Yeah,
So
that's like
actually,
the. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you buffer in the Fujin, you can actually Kara into the kick
Mhm.
follow-up and still get the super.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you can actually can. I didn't think about that until now. That's actually really clever.
No wake up parry super.
No, I tried.
Oh, did you actually?
Yeah,
You're
I
scum.
got hit. I got
You're
hit.
absolute scum.
That's not scum. That's
Input it.
guaranteed. What?
I'm guessing he didn't input it. He just.
I was joking. Who cares? You just do it here, right? You do it here, right? How good is this move right here?
2S is so good.
There's a really good backdash and then a really good run up 2S that was like right outside of
2S
the,
is 10 frames. It's a cracked round start
Yeah.
button too.
How good is this move right here? I'm just
236S?
like it's awful on block, right?
No, it's actually it's slightly unsafe.
Yeah, it's
It's
unsafe
minus
at closer
6.
ranges, but
But if you
it ends your
space it,
turn.
if you space it, you're safe.
Okay, I was just curious.
And dash 236S with meters is absurd. It's like
Yeah, I know it's good with meter. I wasn't sure how
Yeah.
good it is without meter.
I'd say I agree. It's not safe on block.
It's
Yeah.
it's really needlessly risky for like high risk for without meter, like inconsistent to low reward.
yeah, it's probably slightly better than 2D because 2D you're getting punished pretty hard.
Yeah, respect.
2D is low.
2D is a low, but 2D is also more minus, and he puts you he's
Well, I'm
closer
saying
to you.
yeah, but like in terms of high rolling, like the 236S is relatively low reward, for the amount of risk that you're taking.
Have either of you done an offensive round start yet?
I don't. Later, I think.
I think so
I
far
mean, it's
both sides
fine.
have always been defensive.
Yeah, it's fine to be defensive. I mean, it's coming from the biking player who just hits fire slash.
Eat hot chip, hit forward slash and lie.
And then we're gonna
Bless you.
good grab.
I don't think you need a high roll
what
round
did I
start
leave?
against Anji. I feel
What do
like
we-
Leo
what do
can
we
play
burst?
the neutral pretty well.
Yeah,
that's
so, like,
unfortunate.
Just
Projectiles like that are really good against Finn in neutral because you'll just be incredibly plus and you can still hit them. And a
yeah.
lot
So
of
this
times
is what I was
Anji
talking
will-
about. You don't need to do any of that, like dash back, dash forth. In fact, you could in the corner you can OTG him. Leo has the privilege of OTGing people twice. You can do BTK, BTS.
I think on you could have actually responded with an RC there when Leo did when you were in the spin. And then
Oh, to not get thrown, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have right here.
You're right there. The BRC. You could have responded.
And then this is really good. This whole section right here, the mix, and then into another mix is really good pressure. And then we need to just convert off of this, right? You hit the 2K here.
Yeah, I think 2K into back turn P. I think I was trying to go into back turn heavy.
Oh, you stance canceled and dash.
And CP.
Which stance cancel dash is actually pretty a pretty good option there because it's very spooky to try to press a button or even backdash there
Yeah,
when you're
good
that
TP
close.
there.
I think that should have been. I think that was supposed to be a grab.
Yeah, grab would have
Alright.
been good. Close
Right
enough
here.
is fine.
Yeah, that I think that was just. Oops.
You're dead here, right?
This is like,
Never mind.
oh,
I can't do it, bro.
What are you trying to do there?
you try to
you're
do
dash.
card dash cancel co.
Yeah, I fuck up the Kabari sometimes myself. It's weirdly tight.
It's
There's
just,
like a
you just,
two-frame
it's
input
a
or
fluid
something.
motion. You just gotta practice it a lot.
Yeah, the problem is if I don't play for like a week, I just
I'm the same way, dude.
drop it.
I get it.
That
that's
was
so much
so
damage.
fucking
Fuck, dude.
funny. I love Leo Close. It's like, yeah, somehow an anti-air.
Yeah, I'm refunding this game.
A lot of
Yeah.
close slashes are actually.
I didn't pay $60 to block.
Leo's is like surprisingly really high. It's like this is like a Potemkin close slash anti-air.
Is Aang being patient? So yeah, so Aang is shown in this match that he's willing to be patient, right? And if you start to realize that, and I think you're like super patient on like meaty attempts, or when you throw out butterfly, I think you tend to hold down back.
Yeah, so a lot of the time what I'm doing is I'll run up to like not do a meaty, and then I'll delay like a 5p or 2p or something like that. So I can, if you don't do anything, I can still keep my turn.
Actually, a really threatening way to use reversals is to try to blow through predictable frame traps. So a lot of times, people will mostly play around reversals on wake up, but then it gets sloppy. So that's something to consider.
And
The only thing is, like, if you have a DP like a flash kick, though, you have to not block high. So if you are too down set on, like, holding your down charge, then you can get opened up by overheads.
Yeah.
and if you notice your opponent is just respecting you over and over, just take your turn.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, like when I have 50 meter and people think I'm gonna do the counter super, a lot of times I'm just pressing my five frame button, like when I
Yeah.
wake up.
Yep.
The thing I always hate for when I see like really like wild power layouts is when they'll start doing DP a whole bunch. They'll start obviously playing around and they just wake up, dash forward, throw.
You know what's also crazy? If you try to throw Leo, he can just do wake up 2D and it works because it's a throw crush.
Yeah.
See
What a
why.
character.
Yeah, truly one of the characters of all time.
I don't hate
The airborne
YRC.
no.
I think it was
But-
like, I think it was okay. It was kind of surprising because it looked like Aang could have actually like blocked in time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like we could just DP here and then red RC.
It would have actually probably been a little bit better if you YRC'd on the Fujin because YRC deletes projectiles if they have one hit of durability. So
That's not a kill.
it would have gotten rid of the bird.
Oh, I was right. It didn't kill.
Oof.
Oh, we caught
Alright.
you.
I gotta. Do you know the combo for that Orbert?
Yeah, I said we have to get something better off of this, right? You could just
I can. The combo you want to do is, so it's counter hit 5H into 3-6H, and the easier route is to do back turn S, back turn H, back turn 2-1-4H. I can send you a demo of it later.
Oh yeah, it sounds like so. It's like back turn off of
Oh
heavy.
no, the BRC. Tragic. If you get the BRC like that, dude, I'm pretty sure you can still do it, but you have to charge co.
You're
And
gonna
then
end up
you
grabbing.
Like you could do
Gotcha.
something like charge Ko into Tara Fujin K and chase
Was
them
it off
down.
of the BRC that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
you see the
I
second
think he
hit
just
does
got.
something
I think
like-
he just got confused by the RC slowdown.
Yeah, exactly. So if you do the charge version, then it'll give more time to let the BRC wear off a little bit, so you actually get that second hit.
Is my mic picking something up?
I also don't disagree with the run up grab either, and because a DP kills you there.
Yeah.
Is my
If
mic
you-
catching something?
Who's saying something? No.
No, is my mic like picking up my voice?
Yeah,
like
it
something.
is.
Yeah, because for some reason it's just been like green. I don't know if it's like my mic doing that.
It's Discord.
It's just Discord bugging out.
Oh, okay.
So I totally got distracted. All right, let's see what we have here. We have round start.
Oh, a jump in. Jumping
Yeah,
versus
it's-
Anji is extremely like
What did you press here? Ing?
Risky.
You totally could have.
I think I tried 5ping.
yeah.
Yeah, you totally could have 6 speed. Anji's 6 speed is pretty good.
I can get pulled up on that.
I feel like I don't really see 6 feet all that much, but that is probably a situation where it's good. I like that
That
JP.
fan. Yeah, the fan fucking up.
Okay, so burst bait here. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's
there- you can sort of like pen like whenever you're finding a character that has a DP like that and they have a burst, you want to like take note of their burst habits.
And then we
Oh,
go
I could have thrown there.
low.
Get yourself a back turn incident.
Yeah, wait, what happened here? So, we get him in the corner.
Good block.
It's fine. Andrew doesn't get anything off the overhead. Oh, he's gonna get a lot off of this though.
Probably a better route there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, same as before. There's probably something else you can do here for a combo off of a counter hit.
There's gotta be a lot more.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
you're
about
right.
the Anji.
Yeah, like right here off this counter hit, and should probably be dead. I think Home was talking about the combo, so you can ask him. Run up, grab.
Yeah, it's a scary situation because Anji has a meter, so if you're gonna try to close things out, it's 50-50.
Now or never.
Do not fuzzy off of YRC thing.
No.
Because I am. Because YRC puts you in such long block strings, block stun, that it's really easy to fuzzy them. At least in my opinion, they either hit you immediately afterwards or you can move.
So the way YRC works is it makes you say you're +10. If you think they're going to be buffering some sort of invincible option, you can actually do a 9-frame or faster move and actually hit them out of it. You'll get a blue beat hit, and that's because they were like trying to mash super or DP or something, and they were still in the guard crush state, and then they just weren't blocking.
It's real. Well, I guess it's not really easy, but if it feels like they haven't pressed anything, you can pretty much call it out. That's a good DP block. Yeah, he's just respecting DP, which I don't disagree with.
Oh,
That's the
almost.
dropped.
Don't worry, I'll get him one time.
I believe.
I see.
Oh.
Not this time.
Oh.
We don't need to burst, right? We still don't need to burst. We might need to burst. Oh, it was there.
No, okay, just back turn S.
Yeah, so we get here, right? That's fine. I mean, it's a meaty, right?
I mean, if you're gonna go meaty, you might as well do a high or a low.
High or low, yeah.
Or you know, you
Or
can,
switch
do
sides.
stance cancel throw.
You can also switch sides in the corner. We
Yeah,
haven't.
Oh.
We have,
that's very dangerous though because you can just get back turn incidented.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Sorry, could you back quickly?
They made it so that 236H can steal the corner.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad honestly. It can be pretty surprising.
Yeah, the
But
problem
if the
is if
thing
you
is
get
that they
IB,
block correctly after it, then yeah, you could have
Yeah.
accidentally put yourself in corner.
yeah, so the problem there is mostly just that if they do block it, it will probably be an IB, and then they can just get a throw punish.
I
Yeah.
think what the thing is, we haven't even threatened it one shit. You know what I mean? And like what we did here is fine. Like I'm not. We could have gone high low. We went meaty. I mean, meaty's fine. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
reversal here. Then we went high.
Yeah.
What are we?
Yes. In the
what are
corner,
we
there's also a
pressing here?
different combo you want to do to keep corner. You want to do it is close slash 214s, 5k, 6k 214s. I think that's it.
What are we
They
trying to
keep-
press here? Ing? Are we 2Ping?
It's probably a 2P.
Did you get full counter hit off with 2P with that? It doesn't matter. It's just this is a very common Leo pressure to hit that over and over.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're better off here just FDing it, and then I think. Oh, I'm not sure how many hits he's allowed then.
He's
But-
usually allowed 2 max
Yeah.
for back turn pressure.
Yeah, if you FD that part though, I don't remember when the FD pushes him too far to reach another one.
It's
You can just
usually-
react to it.
Yeah, it's true. At that point, we're FDing for a purpose to get him off of you, so he whiffs one of them,
Yeah.
and that's
Just
when.
gotta watch out for the special cancels, which Leo.
Well, Yeah, but if we back up here, if we FD, what go blah blah blah, right? We FD, and if he whiffs like the third one, we don't have to worry about the special cancel because he's whiffed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
it's very safe.
I think it's a pretty good spot to just FD, and you put the pressure on the Leo to know, hey, he's FD'd here. I have to know what I have to do next.
Oh, if we're talking about front facing pressure, with his reverse beats, he gets at most 3 if you FD.
It's all space independent, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, far slash into 5H is just kind of awkward because you just have to worry about the special cancels at that point, which is just going to be the short berserker slash, the long one that you can throw, like you can pussy throw it, and then you have the projectile.
So we got
Yeah.
2S, respectful.
I did not capitalize on that or that.
It was kind of an awkward thing, and is it you burst it and it's the only thing you get off of it there is probably 2 and 4 or 236s and that's it.
Oh, we spin.
I think you could have probably done like a 2K there.
Yeah, see, but right here. I guess and didn't respect the DP, but you woke up 5P because it didn't look safe or it didn't look true, which is risky because if he beats it, it's a counter hit. But you have so much health. It's round 1. I don't mind taking the risk there. Let's see what's going on here.
That was
Cross up, overhead. I think you have gone for overhead on almost.
Yeah, I represented that a little bit too much then.
Yeah,
I mean, you get plus terms if you stance cancel it. It's not that bad.
yeah. It's not about. I mean, it's just about representing the low. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah. I think
You could just hammer that low. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Orbert's representing cross up berserker slash and so is actually pretty good because something I've noticed that some
You
people
did it.
You got it.
some people will be really good at doing FDing out the back turn mix, but they might not be as good at dealing with cross up mix.
So, right here, Orbert, something
Yes.
to think of, right? We're back in neutral, right?
Why am I backing up?
You have bar. Aang should respect you, not
I shouldn't, not the other way around.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not always true, but
You can round start
Pinged.
99% of the time I'm just gonna do 2s. You can also choose to do West, and it will trade. They're both.
You could also just blue RC forward
Yeah.
and just threaten the blue RC.
Oh.
You have the option.
I can
Right.
go to the neutral now.
Is BRC forward can let you catch backdash on reaction. If they jump, you can threaten either a like close slash or 2H depending on your character, or air throw as like a mix. And worst case scenario, if they do some sort of like check, you can block it.
Can I BRC forward cross up if they're not expecting it?
Yeah, I think Erden.
I mean, Erden
Unless-
said earlier that
Yeah.
like if you do BRC forward and you like a button and to do cross up, it's a true block string. So
And the next thing after, you can also go into back turn K and back turn S as a true block string still. Like
That
after
sounds-
It's only if you
sounds
hit them
really
hit
strong.
them with the BRC though, which
Yes.
you don't usually get that consistently.
I'm
No.
not
If
brain
they
farted
like
that
even
hurt.
just walk back.
would you say, Daring?
I was just saying that that's a lot of that into going to back turn is based on if you can tag them with the BRC. But
Yeah.
you cannot. Your BRCing forward there is more just about a screen freeze and scouting what they're doing so you can play reactively. It's not about hitting them with the BRC. That doesn't happen most of the time.
Yeah, sometimes it's like not a bad idea to like do something and just like kind of see what their reaction is. Like, don't try to like I guess size up the situation. Just like look at what what they are trying to do, like their defensive choices.
I think at this point they just started getting like frustrated.
Yeah, right here. That's a dead angxiii if I've ever seen one. It's just something you have to.
And never
Practice.
count Anji out. Anji has 20 guts.
Wait, what?
Anji
He has
Anji's
5
health
guts.
bar
He has the
right
highest guts in
now
the game,
has as much
and
as Faust does at full HP.
like
It's
at
the
this
Japanese
house,
constitution.
Fuck. Gosh.
So,
Oh my god,
so-
he does.
oh no, you have two health. Never mind. I didn't realize you had two. It was only round. It was only the first round. I was like, I'm mashing burst here. I was like, never mind. We have a.
3 guts, 5 guts. What the? Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, so like basically once his health becomes orange, he's taking no damage from like supers. It's crazy.
Anji. Oh my god.
It is surreal. Anji does not die.
So good.
What?
It's his chest.
What do we have here?
his boobies.
I do finally like that you two are finally doing a little bit of offensive round starts and did 2S.
Yeah, that's a good option.
You did 2S there. You caught the
Nice-
startup
nice
of spin
check.
because it's not frame 1 invincible.
That was not supposed to be a DP. That was not supposed to be a DP. I don't know what happened there.
I've been there.
You probably gotta charge. You catch the recovery off the jump. Yep, now we switch sides. Yes. Now we
I
low.
respect
Yes.
it.
Ah.
Out of range.
Yeah,
What-
if you're at a longer range from that back turn K, you don't want to reverse feed into back turn P
Yeah.
because it's already like plus on block as it is, and you can just stagger it into itself over and over again, and then use the threat of that to like let you like get a dash in, or you can try to go for like a cross up.
Where you can do back turn S into back turn H.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
So
come up with the plus frames into S, go straight for H.
something unique though about back turn P is that it can get like into both back turn K and back turn H. So if you're the defender and Leo does back turn P, you're kind of guessing now. Feels like a 50-50 that's hard to fuzzy block. Since back turn K into back turn P and the back turn K is really hard to react to.
We're trying to YRC here, but I got blue RC, which is fine. So this is like the situation where we were talking before, where we have full bar, we have half a bar, you have threaded DP, and I think Aang at this point has respected this almost every time. So you don't even have to RC. You could probably just wake up, mash
There
your,
go 2P. I like that.
mash your button or something. Yep. And then we do this.
Does he got these?
And we let. Oh,
Oh.
no. That's fine. It's honestly not terrible.
We got
And then
those confirms. Let's go.
We kill him here. Yeah.
Like super big bodies, yeah, 2S also works.
Yeah, you were telling me that last week, and I just keep fucking forgetting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Somebody move. Somebody interested next 2P.
I wonder if you can get a combo off that.
You need to use the jump instead of Nagiha there.
I thought that was off of 5H.
No, you can after counter hit Fujin, you can jump and then get a close slash.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
hop,
That's right.
hop.
That's true. Wait, I thought it was called Isukutitobi.
Oh,
No, don't.
gosh, Anji's combos got so juiced from that 5H change.
Yeah. That's why that's
6P.
the main reason why I tried playing him.
What are we 6P in here?
It was supposed to be a run up and then 2P.
Okay.
I pressed it. I pressed it too fast.
Okay. I was like, he's so
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
He's on another level.
Do you use the dash macro?
I do not.
You don't?
You absolutely need to.
Yeah,
It's not a preference thing. You are holding yourself back by not using it.
No, I understand it's pretty efficient. I just came from playing Pot and Nago, so I didn't have to use it.
You can. I used it with Pot because it makes backdashes really easy.
So
Backdash.
It also makes
Yeah.
doing the Kara dash cancels so much more easier.
Okay, so I do it for that.
So you're already used to using it. Good job. Now you just need to use it more.
We
Yeah,
kill here.
I cannot express to you how important that is.
Oh, yeah.
For one of the things you can do there, like knock at 6P for instance, because you can just press the button at neutral. Like
Mhm.
5 dash gives you run forward.
Yep.
So that can let you do running forward 5P, and you can also just do tap straight down or tap one back.
You
or
play on
dash back into
Snackbox,
2P.
right, Ang?
Fortunate.
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you can use with the dash macro. Hitbox style controllers can make dash blocking crazy easy.
Is this a dropped combo? Ang?
Yeah. I pressed. Wait, I think I pressed my.
Is that supposed to be like 5K or something?
It's supposed to be Ko, and
that's
I think
weird,
I pressed it
because
before I landed.
You hit 6H there because I think the route there you were doing before was close slash into co, which would be 2 slash buttons. So I don't know what that was supposed to be.
I realized I fucked up and I was really far, so because you can see me like teabagging, but that's me pressing 236 like too late, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, yeah.
You're like.
So what we got here? Nice catches bat dash. I don't know how good that is though, but it finally caught
That was really
a
good.
bat dash. Ooh, and then play patient.
It just happens. Oh
Eh,
yo. Yeah,
That's
so that
the-
right there, that is the premier burst point. That is the burst. That is the point where you are pretty much guaranteed to burst, and it's not worth Aang trying to do RC to like bait it.
Although doing it during the first co and not the second one, it would be slightly more optimal.
Anji 2H is so bad in my opinion.
Boom. Oh, it drops. What am I doing?
Yeah,
I
Anji-
think he
Anji
was
corner
really
combos are
reaching
so
for a
space
throw right
independent.
there. I think you played that last part of the game right there really well, and you had like massive health lead, you had a massive burst lead, you had meter lead. There's no point in you going in.
Yeah, I mean, also with the back to the corner, like you don't want to put yourself into a situation where like you
Robbed.
give them the shot they need to get back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not overextending or doing anything risky there. Just sticking with 2P. Trying to keep Leo honest. Leo has to play around your stuff.
I think one of the biggest things coming from characters who can't like air dash and dash is a lot of times like I've noticed when I first started playing a character that can do that is I hang myself just I'm gonna air dash out of the corner.
Dude, same. Dude, I had the same problem with Leo where I just like, oh, I have a character's movement options. I feel like I gotta use them all the time.
Oh wait, I can move.
I air dash out of the corner all the time and get my ass beat for it.
That's because you're biking. You get away with it.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think at this point we just stopped because we were like.
I think you played pretty good that set, Orbert. Like, I felt like that was the best set you've played since you started the studio.
Huh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think what I really noticed is counter hit combos. Just need to practice those. If someone is being very patient and waiting for your DPs, You just have to recognize that and form some type of game plan. Like, Aang, Aang in this match, I don't know how many times he just walked up block after getting a knockdown or a reset. But if someone's doing that, like it's kind of like when I play Biken, if I realize you're just scared to parry, I'm just taking my turn. I'm not. And then you start RPSing it again, where it goes. Oh well, I know if I don't do anything here. Last time you took your turn, this time I'm actually going to meaty, and then you start RPSing, going, well, am I gonna actually TP at this point, or am I gonna just mash to take my turn?
I think like
I think Leo can abuse it even better than Geo can. Butterfly Oki setup is pretty much fake as hell half the time, unless they do a very specific route. Dash throw beats a lot of options out of it.
What was something? I also posted this video on Romola Core too, and if you don't mind me sharing like the input I got, it's almost like exactly what some of what you guys were saying here with like RC.
do we have enough time for it?
No, it's just a screenshot.
Yeah,
Oh,
take a
okay.
look at the screenshot.
I think
Like
I
flash
mess-
RC kick. Like
I
flash
messaged
kick.
I messaged you the counter hit 5H combo you want to do. Orbert, it's a meterless combo and you get Oki.
Maybe
Okay.
trying to make some privacy sometimes. There is for
Yeah, flash kick red RC is like I said it was kind of busted. Like you can just send it and if it they get hit by the flash kick you don't have to RC. Or you just can just do it anyways because you just get a combo regardless.
Off of it. It's pretty great.
yeah, it's real good.
Okay.
Like
It might.
something I learned when I was playing Leo is that like I at first I did a lot of wake up super and then like I was like PCH was like you should be scared and I said I'm using wake up super a lot because I'm scared and he said you should be scared but with flash kick and
The only time you should wake up super is if you think your opponent has been just been grabbing you off of wake up instead,
or
And
like
that's-
if you just know.
or if there are like
Now, if they're doing that, then you can also just do safer options like fuzzy jump and fuzzy backdash.
mm-hmm.
Like a fuzzy backdash will also just completely blow up someone going for a throw, for throwing a DP specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna take some time for me to like digest all of that.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
I'd honestly just pick one thing to work on Orbert.
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
if we want to keep it simple, I would probably work on getting a combo off of the counter hit because you're missing a ton of damage from
Mm-hmm.
just doing I don't even know what is that 5/.
You did 5H.
5H into whatever
Is
their
it-
special
you-
move is.
You do counter. I sent you a demo, Orbert, on in DMs. But yeah, you just do counter hits, 5H, cross up, back turn S, back turn H, back turn 2 and 4H, and you get 3 dashes, and you can get a back turn S, meaty.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, and I'd also would suggest kind of cutting out like if you get back turn, don't try to do anything like fancy with dashes. Just if you are near them, go for a meaty. If you are not near them, cancel out a back turn stance. And also here, when you knock them down, you can get a back turn kick.
To like reset.
Yeah, it's an OTG. And you are advantageous, like super advantageous, and like it can make it harder for them to kind of guess on wake up because if you don't OTG them, they have a lot more time to kind of like prepare for the meaty.
It's kind of like what Ramatho does when she grabs you and just like 2Ks.
I mean, it's what any character does.
Oh,
When they knock you down, you can do Oki.
Okay. That was just something
Maybe-
that related to what I saw with SQ a lot watching her.
A lot of characters do OTG stuff because it also does unscaled damage.
Mm.
and then
Oh.
also does that.
I actually didn't know that.
Like that's why if you ever wonder why Nago's 6H does so much damage OTG, it's because it's just counts as like a one hit unscaled combo.
Yeah, I
can
know
refund.
Potemkin's corner OTG is really strong because he can get a close slash or a 6K, and then he can just cancel into Groot, and you have to hold it.
Bike is OTG lets you get tether back up in corner.
I hate it.